Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budjimullinawul, everyone. Good morning. Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. It was there that other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects. And I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our world today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them, as they have done in the creeks around here for the last 20 to 30,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal, people. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there's still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective future. Thank you.
I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, Professor Saki Pretorius.
Thank you, Chris, for the welcome to country. It's always good to have you, and thank you for coming along. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, of all the graduates. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you here today to the graduation ceremony. I bring our graduates and your guests special greeting from the members of our University Council, the governing body of the university. I hope that this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for you. Today, we celebrate wonderful achievements of those of you who are about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. You have worked hard to get here today, and you have every right to feel proud of what you have accomplished. We at the university are just as proud of you, and I'm pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you today. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests of our graduates. The fact that you have been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days in their lives is proof positive that you have been a positive influence in their lives. So to our invited guests, congratulations, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us today. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honor to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Associate Professor Anthony Corner. Anthony Corner works in Sydney as a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist, primarily in public practice. He is the director of the Master of Medicine, Trauma-Informed Psychotherapy program at the University of Sydney, and is active in teaching and research as well as clinical practice. His research interests are in psychodynamic, psychotherapy, linguistics, and philosophy. He has published about 50 papers in journals and books. He completed his PhD in linguistics at Macquarie University in 2015. He is the author of a new book on psychotherapy, Communicative Exchange, Psychotherapy, and Resonant Self by Routledge. I now invite Anthony to deliver the occasional address. Anthony.
Professor Pretorius, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, and their family and friends. Greetings. I begin with an acknowledgement of country. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the Macquarie University land, the Watamatigal clan of the Darug Nation, whose cultures and customs have nurtured and continue to nurture this land since the dream time. We pay our respects to elders past, present and future. In this quote from the Macquarie University website, the dream time is spoken of in the past tense. In the spirit of the Indigenous cultures of Australia, it may be truer to think of the dreaming as timeless or ever present. In the field of psychotherapy, dreaming also has a particular significance. Seen by Sigmund Freud as the royal road to the unconscious, in the 21st century, dreaming can be seen to have a broad applicability to understanding subjectivity and individuality. It may be useful to think of dreaming as something we do rather than as the name for those experiences that visit us during sleep. Perhaps there is a relevance here to appreciating the situation that our graduates find themselves in today as they attend this ceremony to mark the important milestone of completion of years of study and creative engagement with their chosen field. In your minds, you may already be time travelling, imagining what your next step may be and preparing mentally for the way ahead. Future dreaming, or not. I understand that most of you are graduating from the fields of linguistics, psychology and the human sciences, as well as some from chiropractic and a small number from commerce. At least that's the brief I was given. I'm not sure if this says something about chiropractic and commerce falling under the category of non-human sciences. I suspect that if we look for it, we'll find humanity in all the disciplines we find at universities. As the blues singer Rag & Bone Man says, with a nod to Protagoras, we're only human after all. A friend told me in preparing for today to look at a speech by Tim Minchin to a graduating group at the University of Western Australia given in 2016. In his inimitable way, Tim gave 9 life lessons. You can Google it. He said not to bother searching for meaning because you'll never find it. He also referred to the current situation of the world as 13.8 billion years of unguided events. At the same time, he advised attributing everything that you have as graduates to luck. Mind you, Tim's own life is one of an ongoing interplay with music, language, performing, and audiences, involving a fair bit of work, not just luck. At the same event, he was recipient of the award of Doctor of Letters for his efforts. His audience numbers in the millions. It seems plenty of people find meaning in his work, whether or not he is seeking it. When I graduated in the late 1970s, the image from that ceremony that stands out most in my mind is a fellow graduate who decided to come to graduation in the regulation academic garb with one minor omission: shoes. He walked up to receive his degree in bare feet. At the time, this gesture met with a ripple of consternation and amusement from various quarters in the gathered assembly, yet was tolerated. Privately, I was somewhat in awe of what I considered to be an audacious enactment. Now I look upon it as reassuring in relation to both the university institution having a sufficient tolerance of non-conformity and also reflecting a judgment on the part of the individual in terms of what they could get away with. It was a statement, a communication, non-verbal language. Students of linguistics, psychology and the human sciences have an obvious interest in language. I guess with chiropractic the focus may be on the language of the body, and with commerce on the language of exchange and numbers. All university disciplines can be thought of, to quote Ludwig Wittgenstein, as language games. As you come to graduation today, it could be said you've all learnt to play the game in the areas you have chosen. Coming back to the subject on which I can speak with most authority, that is me, I would say that when I graduated, I was full of uncertainty about what I might do. My future dreaming was mixed with a degree in medicine and competing interests that played out in a wandering career path through medicine, general practice, theatre, to psychiatry, psychotherapy, linguistics and teaching, with a little philosophy on the way, not to mention family life with all of its rewards, griefs and complexities. I feel I should apologise to Tim Minchin because it might be said that it's all been a search for meaning. However, I'm not sure that would be quite right. Rather, I think I've addressed what I felt needed to be done in the circumstances in which I landed. Such circumstances are not entirely external. Each of us confronts our own inner reality, the feeling within that represents the sense of self in interaction with the world. For a psychotherapist, all of life's experiences carry meaning and value, even though meaning may not be clear and much of mental life goes on unconsciously. It's in human interplay that we find significance and reward, along with trauma and grief. It's not so much seeking meaning as recognising that we are a languaged species, and we can't help but mean. When I speak of dreaming, I'm referring to engagement with life, to our ongoing conversation within, and what we don't know, as well as the images that are conscious to us. Indigenous Australians have said that the arrival of the white fella meant that they could no longer live in the dreaming, because they had to contend with other worldviews that were incompatible. When we look at the state of the world, we may despair of ever finding a culture compatible with collaboration and the full realisation of human potential. Like Tim Minchin, we might see the world as unguided. Another way of looking at it could be that life itself is the guide. It's life that creates order and counters the second law of thermodynamics, the tendency to chaos. In the modern world, I'd like to think that education in its broadest sense allows more people to find their individual ways in life, rather than relying on received wisdom and conforming to societal expectations. More self-realisation leads to more creativity and greater human potential, maybe. Can I vouch for any of this with any certainty? Well, the answer has to be no. Uncertainty still lives with me, I think. Perhaps through therapy, this is what my therapist thought, I have just sufficiently overcome my ambivalence about life to carry on and allow it to unfold. One of my colleagues in the psychotherapy course we run is going to give a talk later this year about certainty. I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting a revelation, I think. However, I suspect that even if we have moments of certainty, life will again return to doubt. John Keats made a virtue of this, referred to now as negative capability, where a person is, quotes, capable of being in uncertainties, mysteries, doubts, without any irritable reaching after fact and reason. This may be a little harder than it sounds, but it perhaps allows me to reconcile with Tim Minchin. We don't have to seek meaning, but it will be there anyway. No need to get irritated. So my wish for all of you today is to carry on dreaming. Well played, I say to you today. Not only that, but keep playing. We don't quite know where it will take us, but life is the best game we have. Thanks.
I wish to congratulate and thank Associate Professor Anthony Corner for giving your time to be such a part of such an important occasion today, and with the message of keep dreaming and live with uncertainty, because that's the only certainty that we have, I think. We're human after all, as you've heard. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university requirements for such awards. I now call on our acting registrar, Professor Dominique Parrish, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements of these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, research, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I admit each of you present and those of you who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. I now call on Professor Patrick McNeill, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Medicine and Health and Executive Dean at the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, to present the graduates. Professor McNeill.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences at Macquarie University contains two schools, the School of Psychological Sciences and the Macquarie Medical School, and three departments, Health Sciences, Chiropractic and Linguistics, and a research institute, the Australian Institute of Health Innovation. The faculty is a core component of the Macquarie University Health Sciences Centre, which is a unique academic health enterprise in Australia, as Macquarie is the only university that integrates its learning and research with health practice here on our campus at our own health service called MQ Health. MQ Health provides the opportunities for our students enrolled within the faculty to learn or to undertake research in an environment where real health care and practice is occurring. And the faculty is very proud of the way it integrates its learning and its research with practice, captured by the purpose of MQ Health in three words: heal, learn, discover. Students in the faculty are studying one of 9 undergraduate degree courses or a large number of postgraduate coursework or postgraduate research degrees, and these include our graduate entry medical degree, the Doctor of Medicine, the Doctor of Physiotherapy, a suite of our graduate entry psychology degrees, the Master of Chiropractic, the Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL, and then the Master of Research in our premium research degree, the Doctor of Philosophy. So the majority of our graduates to be presented today are graduating from the faculty's Bachelor of Psychology, but you'll see from the book we really have a broad range that is characteristic of our cross-disciplinary health faculty. The Bachelor of Psychology is offered by the School of Psychological Sciences, which is consistently ranked in the top 100 internationally and currently ranked 5th in Australia according to Academic Ranking of World Universities. The school is also one of the largest and most academic diverse in Australia, offering a half a dozen degrees and home to world-leading researchers across a range of sub-disciplines within psychology and cognitive science, including mental health, resilience, anxiety, reading and language, and the development of expertise and elite performance. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences and Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Nicole Cusick. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology Honours First Class. Ishi Dixit. Annabelle Lee. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences. Angelina Alam-Madin. Alyssa Jones. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Anisha Fuchs. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Psychology. Jacob Hellier. Jar Lim. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Bianca Barrett. Kevin Youngsho B. Tano Bra. Ellie Ewers. Bernadette Farkash. Jordan Howes. Joel Joseph. Yushuan Lee. Phoebe Longley. Leon Nguyen. Samantha North. Harveen Singh. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Emily Harmon. Gary Rogan. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Natasha Yankov. Robert Morris. Stephanie Trainer. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Chiropractic Science. Mark Bremner. Daniel Greenland. Simon Monheim. Priscilla Wan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Cognitive and Brain Sciences, Janelle Christine Booten. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences, Sydney Antonio. Samuel Beswick. Linda Gilmore. Michaela Green. Isabella Oraficha. Danielle Riley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Linguistics and Language Sciences. Shona Ardus. Matthew Rosinski. Ronan Selvage. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology. Jasmine Wahab. Naye Kuwer and Yuan. Morgan Beattie. Kiralee Butler. Emma Cooper. Phoebe Coyle. Emily Ellis. Callista Darlene Amicia. Amanda Gray. Yawn Ha. Joyce Hung. Lachlan Henderson. Leah Hossain. Alexia Karus. Fakia Kandakar. Victoria Kordos. Sarah Labib. Kelly Longatano. Natalie Marchant. Jashnor Mataru. Grace Mihal. Angela Nand. Tina Soltis. Cassandra Rupar. Bryn Rossau. Priyanka Shrishta. Mino Tivari. Nilifar Torre Safi. Juanita Torres. Ruth Wigley. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Psychology. Matthew Thomas. Vanessa Uzalatz. Dominica Weber. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Dima Ahmad. Sidra Al-Rawi. Mary Hanna. Talia Jayasinghe. Kirsten Lim. Judy Nguyen. Amy Towell. Simona Terzic. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Diploma of Speech and Communication, Sophie Moore. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL and Master of Translation and Interpreting Studies, Aiko Kawasaki. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL, Andrea Andreo. Odette Bayubahi. Srivat Nak Che. Yajing He. Prayapon Supo. T. Jiwert Jiang Yan. Luohan Wang. Yushuan Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Chiropractic. Gabrielle Chan. Joshua Condon. Jaina Lau. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Audiology, Long Mang Ng. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Neuropsychology, Yasmin Alan Davidian. Julianne Pascoe, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Organisational Psychology, John Birch. Sylvia Minachova. Eliza Phillips Turner. Peter Tran.
Thank you. I made $50.
I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Psychology, Alicia Eva. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translation and Interpreting Studies Advanced. Da-In Kim. Han Ju. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, a high degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Alexander Alevris for a thesis entitled Epidemiology of Injuries in Boxing. Ezra Artaman for a thesis entitled Oral Vocabulary and Learning to Read Morphologically Complex Words, Mechanisms of Influence. Samantha Curtis for a thesis entitled Task Demands and the Oddball Fast Periodic Visual Simulation Paradigm. Alice Knipe for a thesis entitled An Incredible Incipient Change of Activity Token in a Tabletop Role-Playing Game. Melissa Perlivan for a thesis entitled Body Image Experiences of Individuals Living with Endometriosis. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality, shown either by discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with the degree of Master of Clinical Neuropsychology. Dr. Talia Nadu for a thesis entitled Targeting Cognitive Impairment in Substance Use Disorders, the Need, Efficacy and Implications of Cognitive Remediation. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Agnes Bodis for a thesis entitled Multilingual Students at Monolingual Universities, Language, Ideological Debates about International Students in Australia. Dr. Joshua Darmin for a thesis entitled An Interactional Linguistic Perspective on Jaru Conversation. Dr. Nicholas Morozicki for a thesis entitled Measurement of Functional Outcomes. Dr. David McNaughton for a thesis entitled Psychological and Perceptual Processes in Persistent Physical Symptoms. Dr. Denise Morell for a thesis entitled The Attentional Modulation of Visual Processing Dynamics in the Human Brain. Dr. Gemma Perry for a thesis entitled Chanting Across Traditions, Altered States and the Psychosocial Implications. Dr. Andrew Roberts for a thesis entitled Teleological Beliefs about Biological and Non-Biological Natural Entities. Dr. Veronica Shea-Nodar for a thesis entitled Cyberbullying Among Culturally, Sexually and Gender Diverse Young People. Dr. Amy Slade for a thesis entitled Processing Violence and Misogyny in Extreme Metal Lyrics to Optimise Psychosocial Benefits. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I now call on Dr. Joshua Darmin, who graduated today with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Dr. Joshua Darmin.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, representatives of the Darug Nation, members of the university, fellow graduates, and distinguished guests. I am honored to stand before you here on the beautiful Wadamadagal campus on Darug country as we celebrate this very special occasion. The great poet and Nobel laureate Seamus Heaney once gave a commencement speech as a 46-stanza poem in metrical verse. I regret I am unable to deliver a similar address today. But I want to begin by congratulating all the graduates for this remarkable achievement. I admire you for your hard work and dedication and for this incredible perseverance that you have demonstrated to make it this far. We did it. For many of us, like myself, it wasn't quite the smooth ride that we had hoped for when we first started our programs, but rather a turbulent journey with lots of unexpected challenges. We worked through lockdowns, changing study plans, or canceled research trips. We juggled our studies with personal responsibilities, and we stood strong in the face of rejection and self-doubt. I even learned how to change a tire whilst on a field trip in the outback in 41-degree heat, and all that without access to YouTube. Thankfully, for most challenges, we weren't left on our own. At Macquarie, we found an intellectually stimulating environment where we were met with unfailing encouragement, understanding, and kindness from our supervisors. We received guidance from lecturers, professional staff, and fellow students, and we could always count on our loved ones, many of whom are here today or are watching the ceremony online, like my family. On behalf of all the graduates, I wish to express my deep gratitude to you for sharing this journey with us and for all the support that you have given us along the way. Thank you. In many cases, a little bit more, in many cases, there were also supporters beyond academia who were instrumental to our success. For my own PhD research, I had the tremendous privilege of working with the Jaru community of remote Western Australia to contribute to the documentation of their highly endangered language. Without the elders' constant support and unwavering dedication to preserving their language, my dissertation would never have come into existence. I cannot emphasize enough the immense contribution the Jaru people made by sharing their cultural knowledge and their linguistic expertise with me. Unfortunately, they were never given the same opportunities in order to conduct high-degree research on their language. Now, when we go into the world as newly minted graduates, let us strive to create a more just and equitable world where education and opportunities are accessible to all. No matter where we venture next, let us take with us the wealth of knowledge and the experience that we have gained here at Macquarie University and the relationships that we have built, and let us use them to make a positive impact in the community. At the outset, I referred to the late Irish poet Seamus Heaney. He concluded his poetic address with the following stanza. Remember that the anchor of your being lies in human affection and human responsibility. But remember also to keep swimming up into the air of envisaged possibilities. Once again, congratulations. May your new adventures be filled with happiness and success.
Congratulations, Joshua, and thank you for sharing your reflections with us. I think you've reminded all of the people on this side of the aisle of their own experiences. By the way, if you haven't heard it at the back, maybe the sound wasn't good, the people there, you have to progress to the front road. We need more PhDs. There's a wealth of knowledge here waiting for you. Congratulations and thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, mia bambina caro, mi piace bello, bello, vorrei
Distinguished guests, that wonderful voice belongs to Angela Brewer. And, you know, certain music moves your muscles. You feel like dancing. Something like that moves your soul, isn't it? And if you have a tear in your eye, don't be embarrassed about it. Just do this. It means you're human. Thank you very much, Angela. Angela is also the founder of and artistic director of the Coast Opera Australia. Please join me again to thank Angela Brewer for that. Please also join me in thanking the musicians. On the organ, Heather Moyne-Boyd, and on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives of our alumni and staff community who have come today and help you celebrate this occasion. They do an enormous amount of work behind the scenes to make this happen. I would like to ask them to stand so that we can thank you. Graduates, This ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of a bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which is over 220,000 graduates strong, spanning more than 140 countries around the globe, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We will look forward to seeing you back on campus, to attend alumni events, to undertake further study. Oh, maybe I didn't read that well. To undertake further study. Or simply to visit us on this beautiful campus of Macquarie and reminisce about the good times you spent here as a Macquarie University student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourself to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. Did you hear that? Lifelong learning. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you here. My hope is that, as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also my hope that you always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you today. So to acknowledge their occasion and thank them for doing that and for coming along, I'm going to ask you a few things. First, I would like the new graduates to please stand up. Now I want you to place your testimonies on your seats and turn around to face your families and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. You can now turn around, but don't sit down yet. Here on the dais are people that helped you as well. All of the academics that are here waiting for you for your next degree. They have a lot more to share. Can you please give them a mighty round of applause as well? So graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testaments now from the seat behind you, since the official party will soon leave the hall, followed by their graduates, as we do. Heather Boyd will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over the centuries. There is an age-old set of Latin lyrics which begins as Gorimus igitur dum sumus ivunes. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore, let us rejoice. We will always be young." I like that latter part. This song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of the state, of city, and of happiness. Again, to the graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. Now, might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I will lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates, and then invite you to follow the graduates to the graduation hall here on my left to enjoy some light refreshments. Just a caveat there, it's very hot outside and you're expecting a cool one. Not the ones that you are thinking of. It's Thursday morning, but there will be something cool. And I hope you will enjoy that. And in closing today's wonderful celebrations of your achievements, I say again, Gorimus igitur. Therefore, let us rejoice.